Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Quick question for all of you. You can just do a very simple, if it's okay, yes or no. I'm going to try to ask it as a simple yes or no question. Are you familiar with USC 1325?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
You're not? Okay. So the law passed in 1952 is the Immigration Naturalization Act. It talked about how the country controls immigration. Mr. Wolf, start with you. Do you think that we made a mistake passing that law that prohibits people from entering this country illegally?
No, I don't think that's a mistake.
Sheriff, do you believe we made a mistake passing that law?
No, I don't think so.
Ms. Vaughn?
No.
Saria?
It was a mistake to not let them come legally. That's what we need.
But that's not what the law said. The law said you can't enter the country illegally. Was that
There were
part,
definitely mistakes in the INA.
Was that
Many
part,
mistakes.
Don't be cute. Was that part of the law a mistake? Yes or no?
The part of the law that says you can't come legally, yes, that was a mistake.
That was a mistake that you can't come illegally.
No, legally. Legally is what I said.
Okay. So you haven't answered my question, but that's okay. You're a smug guy, and that's part of your shtick. How about you?
I don't know anything about this law.
Do you think it should be a crime to enter the country illegally?
I don't know anything about this. I'm here to talk about budgets with the budget.
You don't have to, look, I'm not a lawyer, you don't have to be a lawyer. It's a simple question. Should it be a crime, I'll say it slowly, should it be a crime to enter the United States of America illegally?
I don't know
without
anything
permission?
about this.
Do you have a home?
I run.
Do you have a place that you sleep in?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Should it be a crime for people to enter your home without permission?
Yes.
You're pretty certain on that one?
Yes.
Okay, but you're not sure if it's okay to enter America without permission, which is our home, by the way. You don't know about America. Okay, gotcha. All right, so this is the best the Democrats can come up with, Mr. Chairman. I hope the ranking member can listen for just a second, if you don't mind. This is the best witnesses you've got. A guy who can't distinguish whether it's okay to have people enter our country illegally. Of all the millions of people that you could have chosen to testify.
To my good colleague.
Let me finish. The best you have is a guy who has no idea what our immigration law is and isn't sure if somebody should enter the country illegally. Another guy is a smug guy who obviously has an agenda. And in fact, let me just ask you a question. Because I'll just ask you
Maybe stick to the facts instead of badgering the witnesses.
Not badgering the witnesses.
Well, you're
I'm
attacking
asking
them.
simple questions.
Yeah, why don't you ask them actual factual
But why don't you do this?
questions?
Why don't you speak when it's your turn? Because we actually
You're
take
addressing
turns.
me, so I'm addressing you back.
Because
You're looking right at me. You're addressing me.
Here's what I find ironic is that you follow rules here about speaking order. People can't speak out of turn, but it's okay with you that people enter our country and skip the turn. See,
now you're attributing views to me I haven't expressed. Isn't that interesting?
What I would love to find interesting.
Not only you're attacking witnesses, now you're attacking your colleagues here on the dais.
So
I think very inappropriate.
gentlemen,
You make it easy. All right, back to you.
Wait a minute. I'm in charge.
Yes, sir.
You ask him a question.
Yes.
He'll get a chance to answer that question. Finish your time.
Thank you. All right, moving on to the next question, Mr. Sheriff. How important is it for local law enforcement to cooperate with federal officials?
I can tell you it's worked for us, and it's kept our crime rate down extraordinarily low.
So if somebody is in your position in Hamilton County, which is the county where Cincinnati is, or the Cincinnati Chief of Police, would you advise them that you think it's helpful to cooperate with law enforcement?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you find it interesting that that politicians who have no idea, no background in law enforcement will pass laws that prohibit law enforcement to cooperate with federal officials, local law enforcement? Do you think that's a good idea?
No, it's not a good idea.
It's a terrible idea. Do you have death threats against your sheriff deputies on a regular basis?
We get threats, not that often, but we do.
Constant
Yes.
death threats, or do you get constant?
No, not constant death threats, but we do get threats, yes.
Do you have drug cartels that have bounties out for your deputies?
No, we don't.
Do you get your agents doxxed where they go to your deputies' homes and threaten their children and their wives and their kids?
No, we have not.
Do you get politicians that call your deputies Gestapo and Nazis?
We've had certainly not politicians, not locally here, but certainly we've had a lot of people in the community that have said that.
Do you find any of that helpful when talking about law enforcement agencies? Because see, here's the irony. What we're disparaging is the people whose job it is to enforce the laws. And I find it extraordinarily interesting that the people in charge of making these laws are disparaging the people who are enforcing those laws. And I wonder, and I'll ask for the record if the minority witnesses could just sign an affidavit that they have not received any money and the organization that they work for or participate in from any organizations tied to the Mexican drug cartels, which would have an absolute incentive to have illegal migration at the levels that we saw under Biden.